You know who we are.
The most dangerous morning show.
Put some respect on it.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now in Thursday Night Football, the Packers beat the San Francisco 49ers 34-17. Now what else we got, Yeezy?
Well, as you know, if you're watching what's happening with the election, Biden has taken the lead in Georgia, which is traditionally Republican, and he's also gaining on Donald Trump in Pennsylvania. You know, those mail-in votes are what's really giving him the edge right now, as Joe Biden was encouraging people to vote by mail. Donald Trump was encouraging people not to vote by mail. So that's why people are wondering how this is happening. Well, they're counting those mail-in ballots, and Joe Biden was the one that was really getting people to vote by mail. Now, Donald Trump has also been making all these election fraud claims with no evidence. These are unfounded claims. Here's what he said.
If you count the legal votes, I easily win. If you count the illegal votes, they can try to steal the election from us. If you count the votes that came in late, we're looking at them very strongly. I've already decisively won many critical states despite historic election interference from big media, big money, and big tech. As everyone now recognizes, media polling was election interference in the truest sense of that word.
Trump might as well say, if you only count my votes, I will win. Just count my votes. Don't count Biden-Harris votes. Just my votes, and I will win.
So he was yelling for people to stop the count, but then when his advisors told him, well, then you'll definitely lose, then he switched to stop the fraud. So.
Yeah, you don't realize how silly things sound until a 12-year-old asks you. Like, when my daughter was like, but if he stops the count, won't he lose? And I'm like, yeah. Why would he want the count to stop?
And, you know, I think it's offensive also because state by state, that's how they decide how they count their ballots. And so I think people are also offended because you want in your state every person's vote to be able to count. You want your process to be respected. And he's not respecting the process from these local leaders.
And it looks ridiculous when you telling them to stop the count in states that you're losing, but keep counting in states that you still have a chance of winning.
It sounds so dumb.
It just sounds silly. So is it fraud?
Then there was this whole
Sharpie
Sharpie situation, Sharpie Gate, they're calling it.
My goodness.
All right. Now, Donald Trump also is saying that this is going to end up in Supreme Court.
It's not a question of who wins, Republican, Democrat. We can't be disgraced by having something like this happen. So it will be hopefully cleared up, maybe soon, I hope soon, but it'll probably go through a process, a legal process, and ultimately I have a feeling judges are going to have to rule. But there's been a lot of shenanigans, and we can't stand for that in our country. Thank you very much.
There are no shenanigans. There are no fraud. The only thing that's happening is an election. Okay, it's called math. People are counting votes. 103 million early votes, absentee ballots, mail-in ballots. It just takes a while to count those things. Simple as that, people. Okay?
Now, if you're in Georgia, you can also check the status of your absentee ballot. If you voted there, just check that. And if it was rejected, you have until 5 p.m. to fix it, 5 p.m. today, and make sure that your vote counts.
And salute to Stacey Abrams. Stacey Abrams was on Breakfast Club Monday, and, I asked her, when did Georgia become a battleground state? And you really got to salute her and all the beautiful black people in GA on the ground who have changed the culture of voting in Georgia. Stacey Abrams and her folks made Georgia a battleground state, and she deserves all her flowers. Drop on the clues bomb for Stacey Abrams.
Absolutely.
Yes, I was watching the news and they were saying Stacey Abrams is really the reason that Georgia has become this battleground state. She's been saying that it should be considered that it doesn't have to be Republican, and she was absolutely right. After she ran for governor, she definitely, I think, inspired a lot of people to want to make sure they are involved in the process, and she's been super vocal.
She needs to be celebrated. She deserves all the flowers. Give her Popeye's chicken sandwich gift cards.
Stop it.
The reason I'm saying that because when she was on the Breakfast Club one time, her mouth was watering when she was talking about that Popeye's chicken sandwich. Y'all don't remember that?
I do.
Exactly. She liked that Popeye's
Okay.
chicken sandwich. Drop on the clues bomb for Stacey Abrams again, guys. Okay?
All right, well, that is your front page news.
All right, thank you, Missy. And now when we come back, Busta Rhymes, the OG, the legend, will be joining us.
Extinction Level Event Part 2 is out right now. By the way, I hate talking to Busta Rhymes over Zoom. We got to have this. We got to do this conversation.
Yeah, we got to do this. Yeah,
in person.
It's extinction
in
level.
Studio.
I don't think it's extinction level event. It's just extinction level.
I thought it was extinction level event.
Is it event? It is
Yes, ELE.
event. Okay. Well, we'll be talking to him and we'll be playing some joints too. So don't move. It's the Breakfast Club.